So as the head of innovation at Alzheimer Society, it's my team's mission to collaborate with colleagues across the organisation to drive innovation and create solutions that will improve the quality of life and revolutionise treatment, care and support for those people affected by dementia. There are nearly 1 million people in the UK living with dementia, and many are undiagnosed and do not receive the support they need and deserve. Alzheimer Society is the UK's leading dementia charity, providing help and hope to everyone affected by dementia, past, present and future. We help people make the most of life, support them through some of the hardest and most frightening times, and we provide hope for the future by campaigning to make dementia a priority, funding groundbreaking research, innovation and care. The virtual reality for those living with dementia is effectively a form of reminiscence therapy. It helps people connect to their past. It may help strengthen a sense of identity, improve people's moods and symptoms of depression. Effectively, it helps people access memories and reconnect with things that meant a lot to them in their past, but with more senses involved, if you like, than usual reminiscence therapy, which is often looking at pictures or reading books or listening to music. The Recreo VR is a first-of-its-kind VR solution that's built specifically to give personalised, immersive experiences to people living with dementia, predominantly in care settings, but they've also trialled it in the community to positively impact their mental and social well-being. It's unique as the team create bespoke virtual reality content tailored to a person's interests, their past experiences, their hobbies, places they've visited, pastimes that they've loved. And the founders, Sam and Alex, have had really incredible feedback from care home residents, their families and staff, as well as other care settings such as in dementia cafes and community centres. They've seen people living with dementia brought to tears with the joy of remembering experiences with their loved ones. We had a woman who watched a piano recital, which brought back memories of her father teaching her how to play piano when she was a child. All of this is kind of very evocative, but also really important in improving people's kind of social connections, as it gives them something to talk about, their experience within the VR world that they've been shown. And the product's doing really, really well. So they're receiving orders from care homes at the moment, reorders from places they tested in the first place. They've secured an office, they've employed their first member of staff, so they're going from strength to strength. And I think VR for people living with dementia has often been something that's been quite difficult to pull off. People have been concerned around kind of confusion and the tolerability of wearing a headset. But the Recreo VR team have been absolutely phenomenal in co-creating the product from the ground up, which means that working with over 100 service users, they found that 98% of people were actively engaged with the headsets, 97% found them really comfortable, and 86% of them said that they didn't just enjoy the experience, but they wanted to continue using the content moving forward. There were new memory kind of recall that hadn't been effectively part of people's conversation for a long time. As I said, they foster social connection by igniting conversations both between people living with dementia and carers, but also amongst residents in homes, and the experience was found to improve their moods. So yeah, there's just a huge amount of potential in this space, and Recreo VR are really kind of delivering on it and finding new ways for people to rediscover their passions, to overcome things like difficulty concentrating, helping people just get immersed in things that bring them joy. So I think the thing with the Recreo team that has worked so well is their absolute commitment to co-creating the product with people living with dementia and the content, the VR content that's used within the VR headsets, and getting feedback and input from kind of a wide range of people, including carers and health and social care professionals. We insist on co-creation throughout our accelerator program with every partner that we work with. We know that people living with dementia are integral to the way we work in our team more widely. And we're led by the priorities of people living with dementia, learning from their experiences. Ultimately, the success of a product is measured by the difference we make to their lives. Over the past 10 months, Recreo have had really substantial testing directly with people to help ensure that the product is meeting the needs of people living with dementia. And I think when you hear feedback like, I never thought I would see these places again, or after an experience, a care home resident starts singing and dancing with carers, you know that VR is being used for good.